Hey guys, my name is Brandon and welcome to or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you like what you see in here, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button so you stay notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, let's get straight on with today's video. Hey everyone and welcome back to Is That More Brandon. So in today's episode I'm going to be doing a review of the Traitors Series 3 Episode 5 2024. So at the beginning of the episode, well, from the end of the previous episode, we found out that Cass was banished at the round table, and one of the faithfuls was going to either be murdered or recruited. In the end, they decided that they wanted to send an invitation to try and seduce one of the faithful, and whether or not they accept is obviously a different story. And Mina said that it was the first decision where she's not 100% sure whether they've made the right decision or not. We ended up finding out that it was Anna that was invited to be a traitor, and she said that she's not really sure in terms of what she's going to do, in terms of her next step, and she says that potentially the traitors are going to use this in order to scapegoat her and then throw her under the bus for their kind of advantages further on in the game. So it's just almost like the faithful have got a traitor, or that Anna was a traitor the whole time, when actually she was just innocently just picked to become one of them. She actually refused the offer, and both Linda and Mina found that out. And Linda explained that it's going to be quite an interesting breakfast because of this. Fozia said to Alexander that they could be targets today, because obviously now they are fair game like any of the other contestants and players in the game. And Joe came in very quickly and said it might as well be my day one, as I got that completely wrong about Kaz, for example. Mina explained that she's well rested from yesterday and showed some of the players her shield. And Linda explained that they made a wrong move and they're not sure whether Anna's actually going to be saying anything at breakfast or later on during the day. Leanne told Lisa that she got a shield, and Lisa just said, oh. And then Leanne told Mina that she told Lisa, and yeah, she kind of was a bit like, it's a bit strange. In the end, we found out that another mission was going to be taking place. So it was going to be done in pairs, but because there was an odd number, somebody would have to do the mission on their own. And Claudia said that the challenge was going to be a scream. Leanne whispered to Leon saying, can I work with you? Anna said that she feels shook, and Lisa said that she's going to currently shelf her doubt that she has for Anna and just kind of concentrate on the mission and going forward and, you know, making friends and things. Anna had a quick chat with Leanne and Livy, saying that Lisa looked a little bit like a ghost, kind of saying that, you know, when they were first on the train at the beginning of the programme, before the actual castle situation, Lisa was very loud and very, you know, open and very, like, just loud, and now she's almost like a ghost. She said that she actually wanted to tell somebody that she's been recruited, but she's not sure who, and she's not sure when, and she's not sure how. Tyler and Livy had a quick chat with Tyler, basically saying that obviously Freddie's going to keep saying that he's going down the route of being set up. And Mina and Freddie were having a chat. It's a chance that Livy might be correct about him being a traitor, but then also there's that chance of him not being a traitor. And then Freddie said that it's almost like herd mentality with that group. They're kind of pushing for that group narrative, and, you know, if one of them is being targeted, or if one of them says something, the rest of them will just copy them, which I completely get, but at the same time they are a group of faithful. So for Mina, she wants to get them split up. For Freddie, he kind of should really be aligning with them, but then he doesn't know whether they're traitors or not. Anyone's a traitor until proven otherwise. Charlotte was having a chat with Dan and Alex, and she basically said all the names that were mentioned at the table were actually all faithfuls. And she continued to say that Tyler seems to be on everyone's list and everyone likes him, so maybe they should be looking at different people, maybe people that are a little bit louder as opposed to those that are quite quiet. Dan said that they need to change their strategy, and it's going to probably result in hurt feelings, but that is just the game, rather than keep losing faithfuls and keep not adding money to the prize pot. Livy, Leanne, Leon and Tyler had a quick chat saying that Freddie probably might be a traitor. So yeah, in terms of a little chat, Livy, Leanne, Leon and Tyler had a quick chat, and they kind of all said that potentially Freddie could be a traitor, so they've got a little group going on. So I think Livy's kind of pushing that narrative there a little bit. And then, yeah, in terms of the challenge, basically what they had to do was walk through a door with a balloon, and there was like 3 or 4 doors, and they basically had to just choose a door and hope that there was a continuous door. If it wasn't a door, it was a clown. The clown would pop their balloon and then they would be out of the challenge. So the first team to make it through all 4 of the doors were not only adding money to the prize pot, but they were also going to add themselves immunity, so they were going to get a shield for that night, meaning they wouldn't be able to be murdered. So up first was Lisa and Linda, with Joe basically saying to the camera, one of them's a traitor anyway, one of them doesn't even need immunity, so it doesn't really matter if they win or lose. They ended up losing at the first door. So did Dan. He was the one that was on his own because of the odd number, and also Charlotte and Anna, they also chose the wrong door. Francesca and Alexander managed to get through 3 doors, and obviously they were describing the doors to the other players, so at least when it was their turn they kind of knew which doors to go through. And when they got to their 4th door, they chose the wrong door, and unfortunately they were out of the game. Leon and Leanne got the first 3 doors correct, and then they had 2 more doors to go through. They got both of those correct, including through like mud and through water and all sorts. So not only did they get the cash and get to the end first, they also won immunity for the both of them. And then Jake and Fozia, Freddie and Alex, Joe and Mina, and Tyler and Livy also all got through, and they also managed to get to the end with their money. Mina was having a chat with Alex, Joe and Freddie, and Mina kind of just hinted that, you know, they're only hanging around as a group of 4, they've got this little clique. You kind of need to get to know more than just 4 people, otherwise you're relying on them, and if they turn on you, you're basically screwed. Linda said to Fozia that she wanted to obviously just take one for the team, the fact that nobody else wanted to go first. And then Fozia said, well actually, me and my partner were happy to go, but you know, we didn't really get enough time. And Linda was like, well actually, you should be happy that you didn't go first, because you would have been out like me and Lisa were. And Fozia said that Linda seemed to be sweating a little bit at the table, with Francesca saying to her that she doesn't seem like she's going to be biting her tongue anytime soon. And Fozia said one of them's definitely a traitor out of Lisa and Linda, and the other one is under her wing. Freddie was with a little group, and I think in this room there was like 2 little groups going on. So you had you had Tyler, Freddie, Alex, Leon and Charlotte in one side of the room, and then you had Leanne with a few of the others on the other side of the room. And Freddie explained that he can't really be bothered to defend himself anymore. He knows he's a faithful, and whether or not they believe it or not is completely on them. He can't really prove himself anymore. And he was chatting to Alex and Leon and basically kind of said that, you know, you guys are in a bit of a clique, and I definitely think that, you know, because Tyler asked him who he thinks the traitors are, and he said potentially Anna, but also potentially someone from their clique. And Tyler kind of looked like, what? And Leon was like, what clique? And then Leanne jumped over and was like, hang on, did I hear that right? Someone from the clique? And yeah, so they're all a little bit like, whoa, 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 it's not a clique. And he was trying to just basically say he thinks it's one of them because they're all hanging together. Wasn't able to get his words out. Leanne jumped in saying, am I hearing this right? Livy said, definitely that's suspicious, definitely you're a traitor. And Freddie said he thinks that they're the only group that are putting forward his name. Nobody else seems to be saying his name other than the people in that group, or at least one of the people in that group. And he just said that they seem to be forming that narrative. There was a bit of heated drama between him and Livy, where she was kind of just going off at him saying, you're a traitor, you're suspicious, this, we're not a clique, and that. And he was just like, well, you're not letting me speak, otherwise I'd reply to what you're asking me. And Mina said that was the most dramatic argument, and you know, best bit of drama they've had so far, and actually it benefits them as traitors because they can then just sit there and listen and be completely out of the limelight. Livy explained that she's a team player, and nobody was listening to her. Leon said that he spends his time mostly with Tyler, Livy and Leanne. Doesn't mean they're a clique, it just means that they all just happen to get along. And then obviously they all left the room and it was just Freddie and Leanne. And Freddie just said, Leanne just said to Freddie, I don't like being told I'm in a clique. And he said he doesn't want to throw any names under the bus, but he potentially thinks that out of that group, Tyler could be a traitor. And then Leon came in and was going to actually pull Freddie off for a quick chat, and actually Leanne ended up staying. And Leanne said to Freddie, just say to Leon what you just said to me. And he just said, look, out of your little group, if there's anyone I think is going to be a traitor, I trust the girls. I think it's Tyler that could be a problem. And then Leanne said to Leon, I actually don't think Freddie's a traitor. So that's kind of changing the narrative for that group. So you've got Livy, who thinks Freddie's the traitor. You've got Tyler, who's like, this is not a clique. You've got Leanne, who's like, this is not a clique, but I actually also don't think Freddie's a traitor. And now Leon has been told that Leanne doesn't think Freddie's in a clique. And Leon's been told by Leanne that she doesn't think Freddie's a traitor and also part of this weird clique. So this supposed clique is actually breaking up anyway. And Leon said there's no room for bubbles or groups or friendships. So, you know, you kind of got to put yourself first, but you've got to trust who you can trust. But it's difficult in a game of trust when you can't trust anyone. Joe, Charlotte and Francesca were having a quick chat. Francesca said Freddie's definitely faithful. Joe was saying that Lisa seems to be just throwing names around out of nowhere. And then Dan and Mina were having a chat, with Dan basically saying to Mina, Tyler tonight, he's been suspect all night. He basically was like, look, Mina, let's have a chat. We got to go for Tyler because, yeah, people are saying it's him, and we got to like team up as faithfuls. Little does he know though, Mina actually isn't a faithful, but she's playing the game very, very well. Dan's playing the game very, very well. He's like I said in the previous episodes, he's not that loud, but he's loud when he needs to be, and he's you know, teaming up with the wrong person. So either Mina could use him to their advantage and recruit him as a traitor because he's good, or eventually when she's had enough of him, she'll go, actually, we'll get him out, we'll use someone else to be friends with, or to befriend, or maybe take him through to the final and then just knock him out at the end. So I don't know what her gameplay is, and I don't know how that's going to happen, but Dan is, I think, one of the better players out of some of the others. And then just before the round table, Tyler said that he seems to be in a good position right now. He's got great friends, he's feeling good, nothing to worry about with the round table. I think he does need to be worried just because his friends potentially might turn on him. Lisa said she might have heat and fire coming her way, but she's absolutely fine with it, and if they want to vote her out, then that's fine. And Freddie said he seems to be caught up in the centre of drama again, which means he's back in the firing line once again. Straight away, Leon said he was suspicious of Tyler, and he said the whole Freddie situation, the whole narrative seems to be continuously being pushed. It's not like he's trying to change the subject or, you know, trying to just subtly say about Freddie being a traitor. He's kind of just like, no, we have to vote for Freddie. No, we have to vote for Freddie. Doesn't actually vote for Freddie anyway. And then just, we have to continue voting for Freddie and get Freddie out. So, yeah, he said, I trust the girls in this situation, but I just don't trust Tyler. With Dan adding as well, I think it's him as well. Dan said that potentially Tyler was anti-Armani at the beginning, and when she eventually was out, he basically tried to take all the credit for her, saying that, look, we did it, I knew it was her, da 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 da. Livy tried to back Tyler up here, basically saying that Tyler's always smiling, and I actually see him smiling all the time, because I think they basically said that sometimes he does nervous laughter, or sometimes he just giggles to himself, is what Leanne said, I think, and Livy just said, no, I see him quite a lot, and that's just the type of person that he is. And then Tyler also backed himself up, saying, yeah, if you're going to get someone out just because they smile a lot, that's not really traitor vibes. Jake also jumped in here and he said either Linda's a traitor or someone close to me, i.e. Tyler is a traitor, potentially. And Tyler said, well, we're not actually that close. And Jake was like, okay, well, I think we're close, but if you don't think so, then that's fine. So even there, miscommunication. Jake thinks he's closer to Tyler than Tyler actually thinks. So again, does Jake really want to trust Tyler? Does Tyler really want to trust Jake? They're both faithful, so they technically should just trust each other. But again, all the faithful are fighting against each other, and the traitors are just sitting there, rumbling their fingers together, waiting for someone to get banished. Anna said she changed the subject and was gone in for Lisa, saying that in the carriage on the train on the way there, she was very loud, very talkative, and now she's kind of very quiet. Mina also said that she voted for Francesca, for Joe, potentially even Charlotte, so just choosing random names and using random votes. And Leanne also added that when she got the shield and she told Lisa, Lisa just said, oh, as if like she didn't really care. And then she kind of followed it up saying, is it like a, oh crap, like this person I tried to kill actually now has a shield and survived the night, basically. Lisa said that she doesn't enjoy conflict, and her demeanour has changed because some of the people that she's liked in the game have actually left the game. So that was kind of her defence, which quite generic. Like, there's people in the game that I liked that are now not here, which is why I'm now a little bit sad or a bit quiet. But again, if you're in a game of deceit and deceptiveness, you need to be a bit more than that. I know she's an older lady, but she needs to have more reasons as to why she's acting a certain way, or potentially why she's acting weird. Or is it just a generation thing? That's just how older people are. They just change from being happy to sad in just quick succession. And then Livy tried to call out Freddie again, saying that I think you're a traitor, and you know, this, and trying to put him back down again. And Freddie basically, and then Livy I think said like he was avoiding her, and he said, look, I've been avoiding you all day because you've been at me the whole day, and I am taking it personally. And obviously, I'm sure if anyone has accusations, they take it personally. But the fact that she was on and on and on and on and on at him the whole day, he just needed to take a step back. So again, similar to what Lisa said, Freddie said, look, if you guys all vote for me, then so be it, but I've done my piece, and if you want me to stand up there and say I'm a faithful, then vote me out. In the end, when it came to the votes, Anna and Alexander both voted for Lisa in a row. Mina, Leanne, Leon, Dan, Linda all voted for Tyler. Livy and Tyler voted for Freddie. Francesca and Joe voted for Tyler. Fozio voted for Lisa, Lisa voted for Tyler, Freddie, Alex, Charlotte and Jake all voted for Tyler, which meant pretty much only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 votes were not for Tyler, but everybody else voted for Tyler and he was banished. He also revealed he was a faithful, but just before he got up, he whispered to Livy, "Stay strong, you'll be all right." Again, he left straight away. Everyone was crying, upset. You know, Livy was in tears, basically just saying, "Look, we've got rid of another one." Dan was shocked completely. Leon was like, "What is going on?" People were like, "How are we not getting traitors, and how are all these people that are acting a bit dodgy actually faithful?" But that is just how the game is. People look dodgy and people act dodgy and people say things out of place, but that's probably just their personality. But in a game like this, you do one wrong move, people will point the fingers at you. If you're innocent, like what Mina's doing really, really well, and you do the fake crying and the fake story and the sob stories and stuff, you'll get through. So yeah, honestly, Mina is playing an amazing game. Dan's playing an amazing game. The rest of them are kind of just floating. I think they're kind of just working out who they should team up with. Fozio, I think, is going to be quite good. I think she's going to be quite a detective. Leanne, I think, is quite good. She's kind of staying back. She's not really talking much, but she's sussing people out. And she's not kind of staying with one group. She's kind of just talking to as many people as possible. Like, she's having a little private chat with Freddie. And she's having a private chat with, obviously, Livy and Leon and that little group. Or Clake, as Freddie was calling it. So, yeah, everyone's just chatting with everyone. Especially the traitors. Leon said it hurts even more because obviously they've lost a good guy from the game, and Mina said that was the easiest win as the traitors so far, just because they just let everything happen amongst themselves. Mina and Dan were having a quick chat, and she said that I wasn't thinking about Tyler, with Dan saying it's been a bad day for all of us, people are going to get hurt in this game, if not they've already been hurt. Jake and Joe had a quick chat, and Jake basically said he went with his gut with Cass and was wrong. He also went with the group and went with Tyler and was wrong. So he doesn't really know what to do, and he's going back to his original thought, thinking that Linda is a traitor. So yeah, is he going to start trying to get that type of gameplay in everyone else's head again, or is he going to just end up being on his lonesome and then people will take him out because they think he's going after someone who's a faithful? Linda and Jake had another chat again, and he basically said to her, "Look, Linda, are you a traitor? I just need to know." And she said, "No, I'm not a traitor. I wouldn't be able to handle the stress of being a traitor." And he said, "Yeah, well, I think you would be able to." Francesca spoke to Lisa, saying to Lisa that her votes seem to be changing all the time, and the fact that she said, "God is my witness," that phrase is going around, and people seem to think that she's potentially a traitor, and that, you know, why would she say something like that? It's a bit suspicious. And she basically said to Francesca, "All right, well, I'm going to clear the air right now." Then she goes, no, like, leave it, wait for a little bit. And she's like, "No, I'm going to clear the air." So Lisa grabbed Francesca, went into the other room, and she basically was trying to get as many people as possible. I think she managed to get everyone in the same room pretty much, apart from like a few people. And she said, "Look, I'm sure a lot of you are thinking why I said that, you know, why is God my witness?" Things like that. And she basically said, "I'm an ordained priest. I would never say the Lord's name in vain. And I can never do anything bad or treacherous or lie or anything like that," which is very brave for her to do, because if the traitors were in that room, which I believe Linda was, they could take that as an advantage and then just get rid of her, and then obviously everyone then knows she wasn't a traitor. Or it could be to her advantage, where the traitors won't kill her because people will still have their suspicions on whether they think she actually is a traitor or not. So not really sure what that piece of advice, well, evidence is gonna show, whether it actually just puts her straight out of the competition now because people think, you know, actually she's genuinely a faithful, or whether they keep her in the game and think that potentially she's a double bluff. It's just almost like she can't kill because she's a killer, so they'll just keep her in till the end and then, you know, get rid of her when they're ready. Anna also said at that point, well, everyone's cheering, everyone's happy, and everyone's excited that she's a faithful. Am I the only one that is worried that she could even be lying about the fact that she's a priest? I mean, yeah, older people usually have good morals and, you know, good life experience and good stories and things like that. But could she also be lying about something as real and genuine as that? We don't really know. Just before the bells went off, or actually as the bells went off, everyone started leaving the castle. Anna managed to catch Charlotte on the way out, and she managed to tell Charlotte about the letter she received from the traitors, and obviously it was something that she didn't accept. I'm not sure if she mentioned what was actually in the letter, or if she just said, "I received a letter, but obviously I declined it." And Charlotte kind of was just like, oh, she had a shocked expression on her face. So again, what is Charlotte going to do with that information? will she keep that to herself? Or is she going to go around telling people that, you know, Anna potentially could have been recruited and Anna potentially could be a traitor? Is she going to tell Joe and Dan and, you know, the people that were in her little group? Is that going to start spreading around? Because as of now, nobody knows apart from Charlotte and obviously Anna, and obviously the traitors. So yeah, 4 of them out of like 20 know. And then when it came to the traitors to do their killing, Mina and Linda had a quick chat, and Mina asked Linda whether Anna had told anyone about the seducing, with Linda saying, actually, I don't think so. I haven't heard anyone talking about that at all. Fozia potentially could be the next victim that they get rid of to murder, because she's very forceful in her opinions. Mina also said that if they were to get rid of Fozia, she's not going to be able to plant any of her seeds. They said potentially they could get rid of Livy, and obviously that then puts Freddie in the frame, because obviously then Maya's gone and Livy's gone, so that definitely puts Freddie up for suspicion as to, you know, he's got rid of people that he knows aren't friendly or don't like him. And then Linda basically told Mina that Lisa explained to most of the players that she's actually a priest and she can't lie, with Mina saying that she's definitely off the radar, and you know, people aren't gonna vote for her now, so there's no way of her being banished, so they'll probably murder her at some point. In the end, they decided it would either be Fozia, Anna or Livy who they were going to murder, and that was actually the end of episode 5. So I think it's very female dominated this year. I mean, yeah, there's obviously, I'm sure there's a mix of men and women, but there's a lot of strong female characters in the show. Obviously, you've got 3 of the traitors who were female. Obviously, one of them's now gone, but 2 strong females who potentially could have recruited a 3rd female. So I think the women are trying to get the women out just because of what I think one of the previous players had said about, you know, there's at least 1 strong female that are the traitors. So if they get rid of women, then I guess the women that are left look less guilty, and that's like, not all of them can be traitors. So yeah, if they're coming across as innocent and chilled and relaxed and, you know, not traitory, then they should be kept on till the end, no matter who gets there. But yeah, very interesting episode. So much in my head to think about, but it's always a shame that the murder is in the next episode, because then I have to wait a whole day or hours or whatever after the working day to watch the episode. But yeah, if you did enjoy my review, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Like I said, in terms of my front runners, I still think Dan's quite strong. Mina is absolutely smashing it. I think she is doing really, really well. Leanne's quite strong as well. I think Linda's quite good. She's off the radar a little bit, but I think she might end up being back on the radar soon, just purely because of what Jake said right at the beginning. And also I think some of the other people are seeing some of her strange actions. Yeah, they're kind of it for now. Again, Charlotte's keeping up with the Welsh accent. Very strange, very good. I do like Freddie. I do think he's coming across really, really well. He just needs to not cry anymore and not get himself in drama. He just needs to think before he speaks. I think that's kind of his problem. Like, he's talking to people who are obviously not traitors, and he's just saying things and blurting words out, and then they're obviously miscommunicating and misinterpreting what he's saying, and then different groups are hearing things, and that's why he keeps ending up in fire. So at least he's not going on in this episode. At least it's one of the girls that are going. So yeah, Fozia, Anna or Livy. Livy would end up framing Freddie. Fozia, she's only been there 2 days, but for Mina, that's 2 days too long. And if they get rid of her, she won't be spreading any of her strategy and, you know, analysis or anything like that, which is again why I think Yin went right at the beginning, because she was too good of analysing. She's only there 5 minutes, but if people look like they're analysing things and they're over smart, then people like the traitors don't want them to be in the show. And then for Anna, she already has fire on her. She's obviously rejected the invitation to become a traitor, so actually, is it better to get rid of her? Although she's put that seed of doubt now in Charlotte's head, she's told Charlotte about the letter. If Anna does go, is Charlotte going to tell everyone what Anna told her? Because then that will start spreading another flower out of nowhere. So yeah, let's see what happens. If Anna stays, Charlotte probably won't say anything. If Anna goes, Charlotte will probably spread it. Livy might go, then that'll put Freddie in the frame again, and frame him again. And then with Fozia, there was no one that didn't like her, so I guess it could be up for grabs that anyone could have murdered her that night. So yeah, anyway, that is it for episode 5. So Fozia, Anna, Livy, one of them is going to go next. I don't know who they're going to pick. I think the one that would cause the least drama is Fozia, just because people don't really know her that much. With Livy, her group will completely crumble. And with Anna, again, people already have suspicions on her, but yeah, people like Charlotte and Joe and people like that will be like, oh my goodness, Anna actually wasn't a traitor, because traitor can't murder traitor at night time. They can only be a faithful. So yeah, let's see what happens in episode 6. But until then, thank you for watching and goodbye.